Everybody has a life story. Some are exciting and some are boring. Like a soldier in Vietnam fighting for our freedom, barely making out alive, later receiving a letter asking for divorce by his unfaithful wife. Or a black person in Chicago, trying to make it to the NBA, but blown out his knee in the fourth quarter of the championship game. A man that stands alone, minds his business every single day, gets beaten all the time because he chooses to be gay. Now, what about the mother of 5 loving children, diagnosed with breast cancer and a death card, having to spread her ashes, her children do it across the entire backyard? Now, I heard a story. I heard a story from a 17-year-old young man. He tells me he's scared every single day of his life, thinking that to come back and never leave him alone. The images don't know what frightened him, but the thousands of voices that gnaw on him like a bone. His father, a bipolar schizophrenic, for 14 years he knew he had that certain gene. Never did he thought the day would come where he would hear voices so clearly. All he was doing was smoking weed one day, till he noticed he got way too pissed and he sighed. That was the day that would come. That was the day he should give his life a kiss goodbye. 2 months later, he broke down to his mother, yelling and crying as he says, "I hear voices!" His mother rushed him to the hospital as the doctors gave him a couple choices. In and out of mental hospitals, taking medicine every single day, wanting to kill himself several times, thought his life was over and done with. You would too if you had multiple minds. He wanted to meet his father for the first time. So listen to me and get this. A 15-year-old boy flew all the way to Texas. He never got to meet his father, but when he tried being a good son, his dad told him to get lost as he pulled out a 12-gauge shotgun. I'll never forget the day he saw his father in handcuffs and his chances blown. He just stared the boy down, blank emotion. Mama was right, he lacked a mind of his own. In the story, well, I don't even know what to say. Ever hear the saying, like father, like son? To this day, that boy just prays, praying for a better life. He looks to the sun. That's the story of the 17-year-old young man. I'm not sure if this is the right timing, but that bipolar schizophrenic, his name, Seth Simon.